Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Unit 3.6 Notes, Day 1. Today we're going to be talking about applications of linear equations. Our learning target today is to be able to write slope-intercept equations in order to solve real-world problems. Okay, let's start talking about this. Now, slope. When you're working with word problems, in slope, you're looking for words like per, or each, or the word of. All of those words are going to indicate that you've got a slope. Okay, when you're looking for ordered pairs are two numbers that are in the same sentence. Okay, so two numbers that are in the same sentence. Units for x. Okay, unless it's stated otherwise, the units for x are time and distance. Okay, time and distance. And the units for y is your money. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at our first example. It says a rental car company charges a flat fee to rent a car and 12 cents per mile driven. Erica drove 350 miles and she was charged $87. Okay, so a couple things I want to highlight. I'm going to highlight that. And then this next one, this is a sentence, and there are two numbers in the sentence. So the first thing it says to assign the correct units to each variable. So what is my x and what is my y? Well, right away, I know that y is money. Okay, so I'm going to write money. And x is distance. And in this case, our distance, they're talking about miles. Okay, so now when I'm looking at this, if I have my x right there and my y, now that's going to tell me the two things that we need, because B tells us to identify the slope and or ordered pairs given. My slope per, okay, that is our slope, 0.12. My ordered pairs are always x and y. We know that the x is 350 because those are the miles and the y is 87. Okay? So now that we've got all of that information, we can plug it in to our point slope form. Okay? We know our slope is 0.12. Our x is 350 and our y is 87. And from here, guys, this should be smooth sailing. You should know, well, the first thing we have to do is to distribute. So we get y minus 87 equals 0.12x, and 0.12 times 350. If you don't have your calculator out, guys, do it right now. You get negative 42. Okay? And then to get to y all by itself, we have to add 87. And we get y equals 0.12x plus 45. So our next question is the hardest part. What does the y-intercept represent in terms of the situation? Well, what's the y-intercept? Something to do with that 45. I know that it's 0, 45. Okay. So things that I like to know is remember that that's 0 miles, and that would be $45 because that's what's talking about from the very top right there. Okay, that's where I got that information. So what that means is that $45, because we're talking about how much a rental car company charges, it's a flat fee. So $45 is the flat fee the company charges to rent a car. So no matter what, if you're going to rent a car, you have to pay $45. But if you're going to rent it, you're going to have to drive it, right? That's the whole point of renting a car. So that's why they charge you 12 cents per mile. Okay? So using this formula, and you know how far you're going to drive, you should know what your bill's going to be, because you can be like, well, I drove, let's see, in this example, they drove 350 miles, so the charge was $87. Okay? That last part is really going to make you think. All right, number 2. John has a contract with his cell phone company that gives him a limited number of anytime minutes. If he exceeds the limits of anytime minutes, he has to pay $10 for each additional minute. Okay? That's important. Last month, John had 220 extra minutes and had to pay a total of $70 on his bill. All right, so what's X and what's Y? First off, you should see money, so you know that Y is your money. Okay, X in this situation, the other thing that they're talking about is they're talking about extra minutes. Okay, so X is our minutes and Y is our money. So there's our 70 and there's the extra minutes. Okay, so what's our slope? The slope is that other number right there. It's the 0.10. Okay, and the other thing we need is our point, and that's 220 and 70. Okay, we get 220 for the minutes, and the Y is 70. Okay, now you guys should be able to solve it. We're actually going to pause the video right now. I'm not even going to plug the numbers in. Okay, we've been doing this for over a week. You guys should be able to do this. Okay, so pause the video and good luck. Okay, so when you're done, you should get Y equals 0.10x plus 48. Okay, so the next part is our y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept is 0, 48, because remember the y-intercept is right there. So what does that represent? Well, I'm going to do that same thing. So 0 is our extra minutes. 48 is the bill. Okay, so what it's saying is John's bill, because remember we're talking about John, so his regular bill is $48. Okay, if he has 0, no extra minutes. Okay, so for his cell phone, because guys, I don't know if you know this, but you didn't used to have an unlimited anytime minutes. You had to pay extra. Okay, so if you don't go over that, then his normal bill would be $48. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and flip it over. Okay, so it says Paul has a job that pays a base salary plus commission. 1 week he sold 4 cars and made $900 for the week. The next week he sold 7 cars and made $350 or $1,350 for the week. So what's X, what's Y? Well, we know that Y is money. We're talking about money, that's where Y goes. X is the cars. Now, what's the slope? Yeah, you don't know what the slope is because they told you 4 numbers and none of those are the slopes. Whenever you have 4 numbers, you have to find the slope yourself, okay? And that's the x2 minus x, oh, hold on. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, that's the slope formula. But we need to know what our 2 points are. Okay, remember each sentence is a point. So I'm going to look at the first one, that gray one. X is going to be our cars. Y is our money. So he sold 4 cars and made $900. Okay. Oops, sorry, that's supposed to be blue. So 4 and 900. Now let's look at that last sentence. He sold 7 cars and $1,350. So 7, and then there we go. So if we're finding slope, our y's go on top. And the x's go on the bottom. Seven minus 3 is 4. You can do the bottom real quick. 1,350 minus 900, you should get 450. And you always want to reduce your slope. So our slope equals 150. Okay, so 150. And remember, it doesn't matter which point you pick. I'm always going to pick the one with the smaller numbers. Okay, I'm going to do this fast, guys, because you should be doing this fast. We have to distribute first. Okay, and then we have to add 900. So y equals 150x plus 300. Okay, so our y-intercept, remember our y-intercept is right there. 0, 300. Okay, so the 0 is if he sold 0 cars, he makes $300. That's just a quick description, but we want to write a sentence. Okay, so what that means is we're talking about Paul. The 300, that's what his base salary is. Okay, guys, if you don't know what the word commission is, we had a discussion about this in class. Commission is when the more things you sell, the more money you get. Okay, car dealers are like that. Some stores where you're buying clothes, the more things they sell you, the more money they get. Okay, and that's called commission. but if you sell nothing, you still get a base, okay? So Paul's base salary is $300. If he sells no cars, he will receive $300. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Matthew collects comic books. He had 350 comic books in 2005. And in 2009, he had 507 comic books. Whoops. Note, let x equal 0 represent the year 2000. 1 would be 2001. Okay, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So, right here, it says, where it says let x equal the year. So right away, you know that x is the year, and so y is your comic books. Okay? They gave me 4 things, so I'm going to have points. And let's look at the yellow first. Okay? We got our y and our x. Okay? So I know that x is the year and y is 315. Okay, so right away you can be like, well, I know that that's 315, but what the heck am I supposed to write for x? It says x equals 0. 1 is 2001. I got 2005. Mr. Grice, I don't know what's going on. We're doing this so it's a little bit easier for you guys, okay? What we need to do is see how they kind of are like, well, x is 0, right? That's the year 2000. If when x is 1, it's 2001. We're trying to make it so it's easier for you. So if you kind of cross out the first couple numbers, the only number that's left is 5. Okay? So 2005 equals 5. Okay? And we got one more of those that we have to worry about. Okay? We know our comic books, and then we got 2009. 2009 would be the number 9. Okay, so you have to be very careful that you put them in the right order. Your y, your x's go first, and then your y's. Okay? So, I don't know the slope, I need the slope. And then after that, we need to plug it in. You guys are on your own. You know that the y's go on top and the x's go on the bottom. Okay? I want you to fill everything out, and then we'll talk about the C when you get back. Pause the video. Good luck. Okay, when you're done with all that, you should get y equals 48x plus 75. Okay? Y-intercept. Our y-intercept is 0, 75. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, 0, we already know that 0 equals the year 2000. Okay, so I want to write in a different color. In the year 2000, Matthew, what did he have? Well, 75, those are your comic books. So Matthew had 75 comic books. Okay, you need to reread. You need to try. Okay? Number 5. In 2001, Paige's car was worth $3,500. In 2004, it was worth $1,820. Once again, x equals 0 represents the year 2000, x equals 1 represents 2001, etc., etc. So, just like the last one, x is our year and y is our money. Let's see if you can do B all by yourself. I'm not going to tell you the points. I want to see if you can get the points. Okay? You're going to need 2 points. Remember, each one has an x and a y. And each sentence is a point. Okay? Go ahead and pause the video and let's see how much you can do. All right? Good luck. Okay, so the first thing I did was the slope, and I just want to make sure you guys are right. You end up getting a negative $560. Okay? Now, go ahead and finish the next part. Pick a point, pause the video. Good luck. Okay, when you're all done, you should get y equals negative 560x plus 4060. Okay, number C, I want you to try it on your own. Pause that video and good luck. Okay, and what it's saying is the y-intercept 0, they're talking about the year 2000. They're saying that Paige's car was worth $4,060. Okay? Well, guys, that's it for Algebra 1, Unit 3.6 Notes, Day 1. If you have any questions, please come find Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, thanks for watching.